the Dream Team Tonic, and it's live.
Good evening and welcome to the Dream Team Tonic podcast as we preview Game Week 27 Sun Dream Team. We've got an FA Cup and round of 16 European first leg double game week this week. And we thought, who best to help us with these cup fixtures, what the implications could be, than Ian Parrin, fixture guru and creator of Cloud Fantasy Football as well. How are you doing, Ian?
Very good, thanks, Scott. Good to see you. Good to see you, Tony. Ben, thanks for having me back. And yeah, we'll get into some projections of what might go where and when.
Yeah, you've been getting your spreadsheets out.
Something busy like that, yeah. Excel's been busy today.
Tony, how are you doing there? You all right there?
Yeah, I'm all good, mate. Just surviving.
Down in the dumps.
Yeah,
at half time.
Yeah. Really do need to have a word with my team at half time.
And Ben, you all right there?
Yeah, good, mate. Good to have my tag team partner on tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Could be better.
Well, could be better.
We're improving as time goes on.
So we'll have to be careful then. So you're gonna give us some fixture tips, but you'll probably be keeping some back for yourselves, won't you?
I wouldn't be that selfish, Scott.
We'll say a quick hello to a few people in the chat. It's looking a bit blurry actually because I haven't got my glasses on. But Nathan Wisby's there, Ian Douglas Giggs, Miss Noopy's there, P. Sandywell, Paul Evans, Steve Ricks. Oh, what was Steve's punt? What was Steve's punt on the stream?
Watkins? Was it Watkins?
I think he said Harry. He might have commented on one of the videos, Harry Wilson, I think. If he went for that one. Yeah, let us know, Steve, who you went for as your punt. He's always got someone up his sleeve. Who else? We've got Andy's in the chat. Robert Woodcock, Robert L. Established from day one is in the chat. Stephen Wow, Kev Cocaine, DT Phillip. Welcome, everybody. And if you're listening a bit later on, so we're live with our YouTube channel members and Patreon members, you can all still drop a like on the video as well, but I'm assuming you're subscribed. We are on the road to 3,000 subscribers. We need just another 100. So if you're watching, you're not subscribed, come on, give us a helping hand there. Evening to Samantha there as well. Right, guys, let's have a look at how our teams are going. Ian, how's your season been going? How's your game week been going?
Better than last time. I was on a couple of months back. I've just moved into the top 2K now, so team's looking reasonably good shape. I'll read it out for those that are going to listen back. Raya in goal, Gabriel and Timber of Arsenal at the back, alongside Hall and Munoz. Middle of the park, Gordon, Szoboszlai and Semenyo, and up front, Haaland, Ekitike and Salah. I brought in this week Szoboszlai and Timber. No, I had Timber. Who do I still bring in?
Did you have Mo already?
I had Mo. It was Ekitike I brought in, and I let go Pedro and Ismail Sarr. So yeah, 62 so far. Vice captain on Szoboszlai, which not been great so far. Only 4 points, but we'll see how he goes.
Could be a big one. That the vice captains this week. At the time of recording on Monday, we don't know if Haaland's going to go on to play the second game. Do you think he will?
Touch and go, isn't it? I mean, if it was just a knock, he could get this game on Wednesday, couldn't he? And then rest in the FA Cup on the weekend. But City have got one of the tougher FA Cup fixtures for the big sides. In fact, they've probably got of the bigger sides, they've got the only tough fixture. They play Newcastle Saturday night.
Yep, shafted again. Who did Arsenal get?
Mansfield.
Fix. Absolute fix.
That's nothing compared to the Champions League draw.
That one as well.
Got Mansfield in that as well.
We've got a tenner on Arsenal to win the 4. So yeah.
Looking good that though. What, just outside the top 2K, did you say?
Yeah, just inside 1895, I think.
And what about your boosters? Are they all
Max captain still to play.
Oh, very nice.
And I think maybe next week or maybe the week after, depending on how I think the European ties are going to go.
Nice. Yeah, we did get a question actually on best times to play the Max Captain if you've got it left.
Most of the British sides or English sides have got their second leg at home. They've won the away leg convincingly, then a second leg that follows a Premier League fixture rather than a League Cup fixture. They might be a wreck.
Sounds good, yeah. Let's quickly blast through these because a lot of our teams are looking quite similar. Apart from one who's got a booster in play, that's Tony.
Yeah, not many more points than Ian there, is there?
It's the TK's done you, hasn't he?
Yeah. To be fair, I would tell you with Ekatike, Salah, and Slob. I think I was saying to Conk that I thought 3. Like I think he went 3 Liverpool. I thought it was a little bit heavy, but they did end up having scoring quite a few, didn't they? We just weren't the players that other than Ekatike, really. Nobody else feasted. But I went with Slobazai just because I've wanted him for a while, and I just think after goal boost, he's the player I want in to go forward. So that's the player I chose to bring in. I had 3 subs. I brought Slobazai in, Saka. Again, someone I want going forwards, especially with the Champions League draw now, because I do think that probably extends Arsenal's run through that competition. I think you got a decent draw there. And Gordon came in, didn't get 4 goals, he just got 4 points. So, yeah, it just absolutely trolled me again. Home to Everton. Should have been a decent fixture for him. But, yeah, it's just done me, hasn't it? But Timber got me a goal, which is nice. We're expecting that. Gabriel got an assist. So my Arsenal back 3 didn't do too bad overall. Hall only got 2. Semenyo got a goal. I decided to stay heavy City. Oh, yeah.
Shirky was really good as well.
Yeah, he got man at match.
Man the match and 2 points.
Yeah, he just doesn't help that. He just wasn't.
He was the pre-assist, wasn't he?
Yeah, great ball down at the outside. For it with Nori who put it across. But yeah, the Haaland ones. One thing you need is you want on a goal boost is you want 11 players playing, and then you say, well, your strongest player, the one that you want to go off the most, is your captain, and he doesn't even turn up. So I'd rather he doesn't play that second game, or he scores at least 3 or 4. It's like
because you got Thiago. Thiago will get his goal doubled, won't he?
Yeah, and obviously he's still got Bournemouth. So yeah, it's a tough one. But look, I'm threatening the upper echelons of the leagues anyway. So it's not something that hurts as much as it would if I were sat in, I don't know, 50th place, and there'll be a lot of people up there or in and around trying to get up there that are suffering a little bit as well so far. But we know what happened with Foden last time. Look, we are at halfway. I've got 3 goals so far. There's nothing to say that won't be 9 or 10 by the end of the game week. So I'm not going to cry just yet.
That's more like it. That's more like it.
That's just pure bad luck, Tony. There's nothing else you can say about that, is there? There was no inkling of Haaland not playing until sometime late on Friday night. It was the first that anybody got wind of it. So with a Friday night deadline, you've got no chance.
Yeah.
You and the cartel. Did you get any inside info?
Cartel, yes, if they're going to have me.
No, but you're right, and that's what. There's no regrets. I think I always say no regrets. Do things that feel right. If I were to do it, and I've captained all, and there were a doubt on him, then I've just done something daft. But I haven't. It's just it's hard luck. And to win this game and to finish high up in this game, you do need luck throughout the season, no matter how engaged you are. And football can change at any moment. So, yeah, who knows? Like that Holland might score 5 against Forest and it'd be cold luck.
The thing that worries me with Haaland is there was a picture of him today, and it's making me think that it was actually a head injury because he was in double denim.
I thought you were going to say something about his handbag.
Leave the handbag outfit.
Yeah, probably fit best.
Ben, how's your team looking?
Yeah, like you say, very similar. 63 points. The only difference I think I've got there is Ismail Sarr, who got 4 points for 2 shots on target. Ekitike, the best player this week for me, 15 points. But yeah, captained Haaland, so if he doesn't play, I'm going to get Salah as my vice captain. And he only got 3 points, but Wolves to come, hopefully. But he starts to pull his finger out again.
Yeah, it didn't look good. It didn't look good watching him.
No attacking returns in a 5-goal game. It's not good, that is it?
He's done worse than that before. When they beat
that
night,
yeah.
they got it.
Yeah.
But you were actually still good back then. which was more surprising and shocking. Now, when he blanks, it's not even a shock.
He's doing more for the team now, isn't he, rather than getting it all himself?
You know, I don't know. I just think he's lost that yard. He's lost that ability to knock it past a player. And his accuracy is so far off. His crosses, his shots, everything. Even James has started to lay on him a little bit in the Discord and laugh at him. He's been top drawer Annie Salah for so many years, and he's been an amazing servant for him. But he can only do this for so long before they go, do you know what? Let's just get a right winger in.
It's hard. Like I watched the first half, and I was thinking he was linking up okay. He was, like Ian said, he was doing a bit for the team. He was doing a few like nice combos, and then I think we were all chatting about it in the Discord in the match chat, and I was kind of defending him a little bit. Then the second half, I think someone played a ball into him. It bobbled up in the air. He had one in row Z. Yeah. He tried to take on a player like a few times and couldn't get round him. And I thought, oh no, this ain't going well.
He's
but
not the same player, but it's not surprising. He's another year older, isn't he?
Yeah, and the thing is,
Liverpool
5 goals.
Method.
5 goals, he didn't get one. But the fixtures are so good that surely he can still pick up the returns amongst the goals.
You would expect so.
You'd think, but so far, not.
No.
You confident in that, Vice, Ben?
Not now. No, I wish I put it on Ekitike. Yeah. I brought Ekitike and Szoboszlai in this week. Was umming and ahhing on the deadline stream about Saka, but I couldn't get Saka and Szoboszlai in. So pretty happy I've got Ekitike in there now. I'd sold me 2 Chelsea players, Enzo and Pedro. I think they got a combined score of 7 points. So decent, 19 points up on this transfers so far.
And a better fixture in midweek as well.
Yeah.
Chelsea go to Villa, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, Villa ain't looking too good now, are they? But
the battle for 5th.
Yeah. no doubt they'll turn it on in the big game. I won't spend much time on mine. I'm 62 points, one less than Ben. The only player that I've got different to Ben is, again, we spent the deadline stream debating. I think it was Salah, Ekitike, Saka, and Szoboszlai. I went the Saka route instead of Szoboszlai.
Went for your boy.
What's that?
You went for your boy.
Yeah, I went for my boy Saka, and all that deliberating, it was 1 point less than Szoboszlai.
Saka shit.
So I had Saka in for 3 points, Salah in for 3 points, and I took out Palmer's 1 pointer. And Declan Rice, who I took out, got a 7 pointer and an assist. The last time I took him out, he got a brace.
Yeah.
He only does something when I take him out. But yeah, very
How
similar.
many times
thing.
have you brought him in and out the side in the season, Scott?
Oh, God, I think that might have been my third now. Back in next week.
Yeah.
So if you would like to join us on our Dream Team Tonic meetup for 2026, we'll be heading over to Liverpool to watch Jim Daly, got the comedy act, and then we'll be heading over to Flight Club as well for a little bit of darts. Ian joined us last time out.
Yeah, it was a great day, that, wasn't it? Loved it.
Never seen a man neck a pint so quickly. I was very impressed. I aspire to that. I was playing keep up. But even if you don't drink, you can come along and have a great time with us still. And maybe you can beat Ian's. Was it 2 seconds? I reckon. How quick was it?
I don't know, but fairly sharp, I imagine. Plenty of practice, Scott.
But if you'd like to come along to our Dream Team Tonic meetup, the details on the screen. 13th of June, Flight Club, bit of comedy, and then see where the night takes us. The World Cup will be on, so I'm sure we'll find a bit of football to watch as well. Ben's fixture ticker is on the screen. If you want access to this, it's on our Patreon, patreon.com/Dream Team Tonic. If you'd like to access our Discord as well, hit the join button on YouTube, or you can go to patreon.com/Dream Team Tonic. But instead of Ben taking us through the fixtures this time, Ian is taking the mantle because he's been working out some fixture permutations. So talk us through.
Okay, so we'll start with the easy bit. So this week we know who's playing. We've got the FA Cup teams and the 9 teams that are in Europe. Next week again, everybody's playing in the Premiership, and then the 9 teams in Europe. And then the following week is EFL Cup final in a single game week for everybody except Crystal Palace and Wolves, who don't have a fixture at all. And then we get into the intricate parts that come after the international break. So the first match of those is an FA Cup quarter-final week. So looking at the games that we've got in the 5th round, Fulham v Southampton. Fulham are 2-7 to qualify. Leeds v Norwich. Leeds are 1-5 to qualify. Mansfield v Arsenal. Arsenal are 1-25. The close game, Newcastle versus Manchester City. Newcastle 11-8, Man City 8-15. There's no odds on Sunderland because their opponent hasn't been decided yet. They'll play away to Port Vale or Bristol City. I imagine that once that's done, they'll be about 1-2 to qualify. West Ham are 11-10, Brentford are 4-6. And then Liverpool and Chelsea against Wolves and Wrexham, they're both 2-9 to qualify. So the chances are, in the FA Cup quarter-final, Arsenal are going to have a game, Brentford, Chelsea, Fulham, Leeds, Liverpool, Man City, and Sunderland. That's what the projection shows at the minute. And then that game week 30 midweek game is the UEFA League's quarterfinals, first leg. And if we have a look at the odds for the last 16 games, so Arsenal visit Leverkusen. They are 1-12 to qualify. PSG play Chelsea. Chelsea are 6-5, so PSG are favourites. Galatasaray play Liverpool. Liverpool are 1-7 to go through. Real Madrid play Man City. Man City, surprisingly, are 2-5 to go through. They're stronger favourites than I thought they'd be, put it that way. Atletico against Tottenham. Tottenham are 6-4 outsiders. And Newcastle play Barcelona. They are 9-4 outsiders to go through. So of the Champions League games playing in game week 30 and 31 in the midweeks, we can expect to see Arsenal, you can expect to see Liverpool, and if the odds are correct, probably Man City, and then probably not Chelsea, Tottenham or Newcastle. And then I had a look at the same for the Europa League. Aston Villa are 4-11 to go through against Lille. Nottingham Forest are 1-3 to go against Midtjylland. And in the Conference League, Crystal Palace are 1-10 to go through against Larnaca. So the chances are, in game week 30, the teams that will have a double are Arsenal in the FA Cup and the Champions League, Chelsea, again in the FA Cup and the Champions League, Liverpool, again FA Cup Champions League, and City in the, again, FA Cup Champions League. It looks like there'll only be those 4 teams with a double. And then the following week is game week 31, and that's a Premier League and the second leg of the UEFA leagues. So again, the same 4 sides will double. Then after that, there's the Premier League this is game week 32, and then the following midweek is currently spare. Now that is where the semi-finalists of the FA Cup are likely to have their league fixture brought forward from game week 33 to play in that midweek. And the teams that are favoured by the bookmakers to get through to the semi-finals are Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea and Manchester City. So the chances are that in game week 32, you're going to have a double for Arsenal, for Brighton, for Burnley, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Liverpool, Manchester City and Newcastle. And then to correspond with that, the following weekend is the FA Cup semi-finals, where again Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea and Manchester City are projected to play. But it's also the weekend of everybody else that's got a league fixture that's not been brought forward. And then that corresponds with the first leg in 33 of the UEFA semi-finals. So teams, if they've made a UEFA semi-final, could have a double. So the likes of Aston Villa could play their league fixture against Fulham and then a semi-final in the UEFA. Same for not Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest could play Sunderland and then play somebody in a UEFA semi-final. And if it is Forest and Villa, they'll play each other in that semi-final because they're in that same half of the draw. So when it comes to the Champions League, Arsenal are 5-2 favourites to win the whole thing, and they are favourites to win their quarter. Sporting are in the same quarter, and they're 50-1 to win the top title. Chelsea are 25-1 to win the whole thing, and they're only third favourites in their quarter behind PSG and Liverpool. Liverpool are 10-1. They're favourites alongside PSG to win the quarter. Manchester City are 8-1 to win the title, and they're second favourites to win their quarter with Bayern as favourites. Tottenham are 25-1 to win the title, third favourites behind Barcelona and Atletico. Same as Newcastle, 25-1 to win the tournament, and they are third favourites for their quarter behind Barcelona and Atletico. In the Europa League, Aston Villa are 3-1 favourites to win the whole thing. They're favourites to win their quarter. Roma are in the same quarter and are third favourites for the whole thing. Nottingham Forest are 10-1 to win the tournament. They're second favourites for their quarter behind Porto. And Stuttgart are also in the same quarter, and they're joint seventh favourites. And in the Conference League, Crystal Palace are 3-1 favourites to win the whole thing. And Fiorentina are in their same quarter, and they are third favourites to win the whole thing.
So with that, when you're picking your teams or choosing your players to target and that kind of thing, are you usually going to back the sort of bookies' favourites or the
normally,
to try and just assume that you're going to go as far as possible?
Yeah, so the teams that look best on the ticker are Arsenal, Liverpool, because they remain both in the FA Cup and they're projected to get to at least the quarterfinals possibly further in the Champions League. And then it will become dependent on, after the international break, which fixtures go where.
So what would be the is that the sort of checkpoint? Is that the significant, like, do you think there could be any benefit to people maybe rolling transfers up to a certain week to be able to react? Or what are your sort of...
Well, you're going to get more information this week after the FA Cup 5th round and the quarterfinal draw. That'll give us a good gauge of fixtures that are likely to be brought forward into 32. And then once we've had the end of next week, we will know which sides have gone through to the Champions League, the Europa League and the Conference League quarterfinals. And then the plan will pretty much be laid out in front of you. So if you can roll a couple of transfers after next week, that'll give you extra to play with once we've got the information.
Have you managed to roll much this season?
I have, but I've caught them up now. I rolled to 5 at one stage, I think. I can't remember exactly when it was, but it was before Christmas. Then I used sort of 3, then 4, and I was back to just having 2 again. But I like the idea of being able to roll.
I just want to check. Someone said there's some background noise. Does it sound like it's mine here if I mute myself? No. I can't hear anything.
Ian's telly.
There's only me out here.
1 second. I'll drop a text. I think there might be some traitors going on in another room, so let me drop a quick text. Right. Anyhow.
Not Love Island tonight then.
No, I think it's traitors. I can hear the dun, 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 dun theme tune. Anyway, sorry about that. Right. Well, let's move on then to the first week, the week that we've got in front of us, the FA Cup punts. I'm assuming from what you've just told us, Ian, you'll probably be looking more at the longer term landscape than trying to pick out an FA Cup punt, but you may surprise us. Have you got any punts for the FA Cup up your sleeve?
Oh. Well, yes and no. My main punt will be the same one as is going to be on for differential, so I'll leave that be. But when you're looking at the fixtures for those teams that are in the FA Cup, you would think City are probably going to play fairly strong or strong-ish in both games this week. They play Newcastle away, then they've got Real Madrid away. So they should be quite strong to go for. Arsenal, 1-25 to go through against Mansfield. They're not going to pick any of the main team in that, are they, Scott?
I can't see it. I can't see any of the main players starting that one, though.
They've got a strong enough bench now that they don't need to play anybody. Chelsea will probably play 2 different sides. So are you going to get any benefit out of playing somebody that won't play the second game? And the second game's against PSG anyway. Liverpool are short on players, but they've got a short turnaround between Wolves. I suppose that's the one that you can see most benefit for. They play Wolves tomorrow, then they play Wolves again on Friday. You should get a good grasp of who might play the second game. And then I personally wouldn't be looking at anybody that's not got a European game because you're only getting one fixture anyway.
Yeah, Woz has just put in the chat, he was going to punt on Neto. Always does well in cups. Not after his red, though. But I wondered, he's going to be banned for this midweek, isn't he? So is there a chance that maybe he could play Wrexham? But then they're probably going to want him for the Champions League, though, is the only thing as well.
Yeah, and they're playing Saturday, Wednesday, I think. Chelsea? Yeah, I think so.
What about Tony? Bring back the old...
It's a strange looking Liam Delap, that.
we do differentials at the end. Don't give it away.
Oh shit! I thought with the differentials. I'm looking at it going, mine's not on there. Right.
Still counts. You can pitch him now. Pitch him now.
Well, I think he gets minutes, so that's why he's a punt. Not particularly because I think he's prolific or very good. I think Wrexham will come at Chelsea. I think they're going to get battered. So, yeah, I think if you're punting on a guy, I'd go with the lap.
What about you, Ben? Any cut punts up your sleeve?
I won't be punting on anyone who's got one game, but if I was going to pick one, I'd probably target the Brentford game against West Ham, and maybe go for someone like Ouattara, something like that.
It's a tricky one, isn't it? Because a few went for Bowen, didn't they? Like last round, and then he ended up not playing. Maybe Brentford could be the better way to go, seeing as they're probably in a better league position.
Yeah, the fixtures doubled up with their premiers though last time, didn't they?
Might have been, yeah. Yeah, less rest.
If Harry Wilson didn't get injured in the last game, I would have suggested him. But same again, he's probably quite pivotal to the league now. So I don't know if he would play the Southampton game anyway.
What about in the in the second? Sorry, not the second lot, but the European games, because we've not really got a bit on it. But Villa, Palace, the teams, Spurs.
Yeah, Villa are heavy favourites. The heaviest favourite for the first match is Crystal Palace because they're playing at home.
Yeah, are you keeping your Palace?
I've only got one. It's Munar, so yeah, I'll probably keep him. And then he's got Leeds at home, followed by Larnaca again the following week, and then I can sell him.
Mm.
You thinking the same with Sarr, Ben?
I don't know. I'm tempted to go for someone who's got 2 games on paper, but it's you bring them in and then it's someone who's probably going to not play 2 full matches. So is it worth the punt at the transfer when you can keep Sarr for Leeds and AEK Larnaca the week after as well? So not sure yet. I haven't got Saka still waiting to bring him in. And I've seen him play against these minnows in the cup before, and he's played against Bolton and it was at Port Vale before he came on and done bits. And he gets bonus points out of nothing, doesn't he?
I really don't feel like he's going to play the FA Cup.
They played Gabriel, didn't they, against Portsmouth?
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but every time there's been an injury that sort of corresponds with someone else coming into the team. Like, for example, I think Saka came in, but he only came in last minute when I think Calafiori got injured in the warm-up. So then they moved Skelly from midfield back to full-back. And then there was one where Saliba played centre-back, but that was because he missed the Brentford game that come before it. So, yes, I don't think any of them really were meant to play it, but they ended up playing it, if that makes sense. Let's take a look at who's going to play the double this game week, because I think it's a little bit harder to predict this game week. What are we thinking, Tony, in terms of this game week? Doublers. Is that what you're going to be going for? Or attempted doublers?
It's tricky, isn't it? We try and get this right every time, but we always struggle. I can't say with any guarantees, and I think City obviously having the toughest game. I think City and Newcastle probably stand out more than anybody. I think a lot of other teams take it as an opportunity to rest. So I think if Newcastle want to end the season on a little bit of a high, obviously got quite a tough draw. Although I do fancy them against Barca. I do think they'll get through. I think they've got to take this cup seriously though and try and beat City. I'd probably expect City to rotate a bit more because obviously they're still challenging for the title. So Newcastle, Gordon, Hall, Chow, Harvey Barnes, maybe. I'd go for Gordon mainly. I think he plays both. Go on.
I was going to say I do fancy him to play both. Gordon, like these two really tough games, but you just can't afford to sort of rotate in any. And I can't really put my finger on. There's no games that I expect that they'd essentially throw or rotate, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I wonder if this could be the week for him. He's delivered in some really high profile games as well this season. I'm a little bit reluctant to maybe shift him. I think he might have scored against Barcelona earlier in the season. I'm pretty sure he played Barcelona in the Champions League already. Is that right?
Was it this season or last season? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, they did. They did because Rashford scored. Rashford scored twice, I think.
Yeah, he did, yeah. Yeah, they don't play weekends, do they? Sorry, Gordon don't play weekends.
Yeah.
So he should be all right.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
I'm just going to say, going back to your FA Cup punts, you could maybe go for a Martinelli or someone like that who's probably not going to play the league game, the Champions League game, but will probably start against Mansfield. And he scored a hat-trick against Portsmouth in the last round, didn't he? There's a round before that. Round before that, wasn't it?
He's done really well in the Champions League for us this season. And all cups, really. So it'll be interesting to see which game he does start, because Trossard was really bad in the Prem last game as well. So could be a tough one. If Haaland is out, do you think there's anyone that sort of benefits from City in terms of maybe getting to? Like, Marmoush's minutes have been pretty bad the last couple of game weeks. But does he get that striker role?
Could be Semenyo.
He's so highly owned now, isn't he? But I still think you have to have him. I really wouldn't want to not have Semenyo at the moment, doing so well.
He could be captainable.
Oh, we'll have to save that. We'll have to save that, chat. Spoiler alert. What about? Let's move it on, because we may as well just focus on each team one by one. Ian, Liverpool fan? That's right, isn't it?
It is, yeah. For my sins, all those nearly 50 years now.
We had a couple of questions on best Liverpool targets for this game week. So, from a fan's lens, who do you think are your best picks at the moment? I see you got quite a few already.
The three that you've got on the screen are probably the three best picks at the minute. For those that are on audio, that's Virgil in defence, Szoboszlai in midfield, and Ekitike up front. The team's settled. There's not a big enough squad of first-team players that are being selected by the manager, so you can be fairly sure that the better guys, and these three are amongst the better players at the club playing currently, they're going to get minutes in most matches. The one that's in doubt, of course, is the one that's coming up on Friday, because it's the FA Cup. But as we saw after that, the Champions League and Premier League games, I think they're going to be pretty much full chat in all of them. Would you want more than 3 Liverpool players? Probably not. Would you even want all 3? I don't think the defence is as good as Arsenal's. They're not going to have as many or as easy fixtures as Arsenal. So, but yeah, 2, 3, and if I was going to pick 3, it would be the 3 you've got on the screen. Mo Salah has been flattering a bit to deceive, but the class is there, the form isn't. He's still on penalties, the fixtures are there, and most fantasy games that I've played, I've been a believer that fixtures breed form. So it wouldn't surprise anybody if he scored 3 times in the next 4 games, would it?
The thing is, his returns were there before this week as well. Like, he returned, didn't he? Or 2 attacking returns in the
Brighton
last
game, didn't he?
round of
Last
the
FA Cup round, yeah.
Done quite well in the Champions League as well in some previous games. Even though everyone seems to do quite well against Karabakh. But
well, yes, there is that.
Who do you think either Salah or Ekitike is possibly at risk for the FA Cup match?
Possibly both.
But it's worth keeping just in case.
Well, if they don't play in the FA Cup game, they're definitely going to play against Galatasaray, aren't they? And as we saw with the odds, Liverpool are second best of the English sides to qualify.
We've all got a very similar defence. I feel like all 4 of us had Raya, Gabriel, and Timber. Would you be selling any of them to move to a Virgil, for example? I know you can't sell Raya to Virgil, but
no, not this week.
Even though Arsenal's you'd expect to have only got the 1 fixture.
It wouldn't surprise me if Virgil doesn't play on Friday night.
Really?
It wouldn't surprise me. I think he will, because I think there aren't enough players to fit in. But if he's going to miss a game, it's going to be that one, isn't it?
That'll be the one, yeah. What about you, lads?
It's too important.
Your defence is the same. I think a lot of us even got Hall thrown in there as well. We might have identical potentially. Would you move off any of them to get Virgil van Dijk? Absolute goal machine at the minute.
Like I say, I think Liverpool are going to take that game seriously because Wolves they're not the team that were getting whacked every week and early doors and they're getting beat. They're actually a decent side now. He's gone playing some decent stuff, and I think that could really be a banana skin for Liverpool if they don't just go strong and are pretty. Like say, there's some areas of the team they can rest players, and the back line probably isn't one of them. So I think Van Dijk plays. I think Timber out was a popular option this week. To jump off the heavy Arsenal defence. I think that goal probably changes it a little bit. I don't mind it.
That's the problem. The longer term, if you can get past this week, it looks like one of the better defences to keep with. That's the hard part.
Mm-hmm. Do you fancy Leverkusen to score?
Possibly away, just because we just seem to have these brain farts at the moment. Like, we got away with one yesterday with the Zubimendi pass back, but he's been guilty of a few of them recently. Rice obviously messed up a couple. It's just been a few like silly mistakes. I mean, getting done by a set piece of all things when you're Arsenal is a bit of a kick in the teeth, but. No, it may be away, but I think there's plenty of clean sheets still coming. And then you just saw as well, didn't you, that like the attacking returns as well for them, like Gabriel, Monster, Timber, still Still dangerous. I think both of them now reached. I think they both got their 10th attacking return of the season in that game. I think it's only Reece James has got more. He's got 11. Gahey's also on 10. It's just ridiculous numbers.
The flip side of that question, Tony, would you expect Galatasaray to score against Liverpool?
They scored quite a few, haven't they, recently?
They scored 2 against Liverpool in the autumn.
Yeah. And you can't bank on Van Dijk getting a goal every game.
You could have conceded another 3.
In fact,
West Ham game.
Was this not the one where I got a little bit of abuse off one of the commentators, like people that commented saying, "Is Tony on acid?" Wolves will never score against Liverpool. Van Dijk.
Yeah,
that was
remember
it.
that one?
That was it.
Yeah. If you're listening, show yourself. Come on, let's be having you. But yeah, so he's Tony on acid, and Wolves did score against Liverpool, by the way.
Chat, let us know. Is he on acid?
But yeah, I fancy. It's a good question, Ian. I fancy Wolves to score. I also think Galatasaray will score. So I think that says it. Save your transfer.
Do you know what else interests me as well? Jeremy Frimpong's back now, isn't he? And he got an assist off the bench.
That's quite differential.
The own goal, weren't it?
Yeah, that was going straight to Salah. That was.
It wasn't. Slobodan was there.
He's got six assists now for the season. The only thing is that didn't they say that something about they're going to have to manage him because he's had a couple of injuries, hasn't he?
No.
I thought he was going to say McAllister. We had a comment.
Yeah, just going to say there, McAllister 10.
Yeah, Mac 10.
Mac 10. He's scored. He's averaging 10 points in the last 3 games.
He had a popular spell last season, didn't he? Because he was getting bonus and tackles. I think he might have been taking corners last season.
It could be one if he gets a bench in tomorrow.
Possibly, yeah. The only thing I worry about with him is if I know Wirtz is set to miss the next 2 games. But I think if Wirtz does come back in, Wirtz and Szoboszlai are the first 2 names, I think, and then Gravenberch normally always starts, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So it could be when Wirtz comes back, it could be trouble. Let's move to City. Any takers for this game week, Tony? Your team?
Well, I mean, I've still got 3 City in: Haaland, Cherky, and Semenyo. Gay nearly scored again. I do like Gay. Do they play him against Newcastle? I don't know. I think Gay might get a rest. He's been quality. He's been dangerous on set plays. So he's someone I got my eye on. But for this week, I just think you just got to go with what you've got with City. And I think when we say about regretting things, it's like Ian said about Van Dijk. Excuse me. If you brought him in and then he were rested against Wolves because it is an opportunity to rest him, then you'd be frustrated about making the move and you'd be like, well, there's a chance that's happening. And I think it's same maybe if you brought in Gay or any City player, to be fair. If you brought him in this week, there is a chance that they're getting rested in the cup. So I don't like making moves like that. If you're on a punt, I'd be punting on someone like, I don't know, Jesus, playing in the cup game. Because he didn't get any minutes in the last match. So sure he gets minutes against Mansfield. I don't mind that one.
Yeah, that's the thing with City as well, isn't it? So many options now. Savinho was back on, wasn't he? Came off the bench and
Doku were on bench.
Doku sat in there. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough few weeks now for the Pep roulette. But then he does like to settle as well towards the end.
Yeah,
Tough.
but I just don't. I think. Excuse me. So round 5th round, it's probably the last chance with how big the Premier League games are getting. Champions League games, obviously, self-explanatory. Then you go into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup after this round. Is there any other opportunity to rest after this game? I don't think there is. And it's a home match as well. It could put all the big hitters on the bench. They don't have to travel, but they could just sit on bench and need there if needed.
A good chance that could have been. I mean, you'd have thought Harden would be on the bench if it was rest, but like it could very well just be precautionary, couldn't it? Like,
yeah,
that Leeds game was probably one of the easier ones in their run now, possibly.
Yeah, Tony's right there. Everybody's got 4 games, or the big sides have got 4 games after the FA Cup before the international break, and they're going to want their big players to play in all of those. For Arsenal and City, it's 2 Champions League, 1 Premier League, and 1 EFL Cup final. And for the others, it's 2 Champions League and 2 Premier League. So the obvious rest is this week.
Just
the only
looking-
thing with Gehi as well is he can't play in that cup final.
yeah.
That's a single game week that week, 29.
So that's probably going to nudge.
You couldn't do anything
Nunez.
clever with a sub either, because it will be the last game.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Subs what are there?
You got any left, Ian?
Used them about 3 months ago.
No, not now. I used my last one when who was injured? Was it Ekatike was injured 2 or 3 weeks back?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I brought in Palmer, I think. Oh no, it was the week I bought in Bruno.
Oh, not the. Was it Saka? Was it Saka injury?
Maybe it was. I can't remember now.
I did Saka to Palmer.
It could have been that then, Scott. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that one.
Just looking now, Real Madrid are losing 1-0 to Getafe with 2 minutes to go. So
Yeah, I think that's where the odds of coming in for City are there. That Real Madrid struggling a little bit, but they tend to turn it on, don't they, for Champions League and
big nights.
big nights. Yeah,
Mbappe out, I think, as well. Bellingham out.
yeah.
Probably going to factor in. So defenders, out of them two, would you, if you're with that Gehi not being able to play, nudge you towards the 2 fullbacks?
Nori and Nunez, yeah, they're good. They're good picks. They're good picks anyway. It's whether you go from this week. They got Real Madrid and a possible blank. I just, yeah, I'd rather just not move. And I know my Arsenal back line are very unlikely to play against Mansfield, but to make the transfer, I just think you're setting yourself up to be burnt, and I don't like doing that. So no, I've thought about it, and I'm out.
And now you can save them. It's an opportunity to do so. If you're asking, if we were doing this pod this time, was that only brought in this year, the rolling of transfers? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
If we were doing this pod this time last year, you'd have definitely been making a move, wouldn't you? Because you wouldn't have been able to carry your transfers over.
Yeah.
It was rubbish last year, wasn't it? You could roll, but
You could roll one.
You could only roll one.
That was it, yeah. And if
you lost out.
And if
you had to do nothing, didn't you?
You had to do nothing, or you basically lost out. Crazy.
We set out as a game changer, and I think I've rolled like twice all season.
Now's your opportunity to make up for it, Scott.
Yeah.
Quick one on Arsenal. I think we've done the defense to death there. Really, it sounds as though I think we'll be tempted to stay. Is that unanimous?
It is from me.
Yeah, I think you've got to. I just don't think it's the week to be making big moves.
As long as nothing happens in midweek, obviously.
Yeah, obviously any injuries and whatnot. But yeah, I just don't think a cup a domestic cup game, followed by the European games, is not the week to be making moves. I don't feel it.
But Ben, no, Ben, you haven't got him. Tony, Saka, are you panicking, or are you gonna stick with?
Well, no, I thought I brought him in. I just brought him in for the goal boost and the potential, obviously penalties and. No, what worries me most about Arsenal, to be fair, in the performances, is the nervousness. There's still 12 games, is it? Is it 12 games? 10 games?
I think it's 10 Prem.
Is it 10 Prem? 10 games out. It's so far out. It's only just under a third of the season left. And they look so nervous. Like you say, the mistakes. There's like inviting pressure, and they dropped so deep against. They should have controlled that game against Chelsea. Once we went down to 10 men and seen it out very, very comfortably. But it's just nerves. It's nothing to do with the quality of the players, the tactics, whatever it is. It is literally just nerves and the pressure to see these wins over the line. And we're 10 games out. What's that pressure going to be like 5 games out? The mentality thing there, they've got to get a grip on it. Someone has to get a grip on it.
And then with those games sandwiched between Carabao Cup finals, Champions League games, FA Cup,
it's going to mount. It really is. But don't forget, this isn't the City of old as well. They've got a pretty much brand new team there, and they're not the oldest themselves. So I know, obviously, we're used to City coming on strong and winning the last 10 games in a row or whatever else. But you watch that performance at Leeds, it wasn't clinical enough. Leeds were good. Leeds probably deserved something out of the game, I'd say. But yeah, I just see two nervous sides. And I just think that leads to goals, no matter who they're playing against.
Annoyingly, the other side of the pitch as well. I think you even sent me, I can't remember what the video was. It was Talk Sport or something about Arsenal fans getting overexcited after one game. I think it was looking like it wasn't Gyökeres finding his form. I don't think it was Eze finding his form. I think it was just Spurs, really, wasn't it? Actually, come to think of it. And who's got Spurs soon? Liverpool.
Dr. Tottenham will see you now.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, what we've discussed Spurs all season, haven't we, about, and their problems haven't been solved by sacking another manager, has it? You know, it's the definition of craziness is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting any change.
Very true.
So I'm bringing Rice back.
To take him out again, so he scores you a few goals.
If you're and someone that doesn't own many Arsenal players at the moment, though, with it this week being probably just the one European fixture, would you just wait now?
I think it's probably a wait in most cases, isn't it, now?
Yeah.
If there was ever a week to not maybe do so much, this is feeling possibly the one.
I don't think we can really, hand on heart, say anybody from any team is going to play twice, can we?
No.
Probably not. Donnarumma, Alisson, maybe just about. I suppose they got backups as well.
Trafford will be playing for City, no doubt.
Do you reckon? Yeah.
I can't remember whether Alisson played in the Cup or whether Mamardashvili did.
They spent 40 million on Trafford. Obviously, they didn't know they were buying Donnarumma. Didn't know they were going to get Donnarumma through the door. So they went out and splashed 40 million on Trafford to sign him back because he used to be in their youth side.
Yeah, you're right. Trafford did play the Carabao and the FA Cup.
Yeah, it's
the only reason I thought they drafted him back in.
And there's a frustration in him as well. They give him an interview afterwards, and he he didn't know Donnarumma would come in, and he's looking for a way out.
I'd bench him after that interview anyway.
Yeah, I would have done.
Right. End of season strategy.
That makes me feel sick looking at that.
Yeah, it looks wrong.
Sorry, is that AI?
No, that's real.
That's real.
That's real.
Fucking hell. I'll tell you what, you put that into AI, create me a video, you know what to do it after it, don't you?
So, end of season strategy.
So what's that got to do with strategy? what, tongs or no tongs? What is it?
These are two rivals going at it in the title race. You'll be taking on your mini league rivals. Some of your mates, you might embrace them like this, maybe not. But
yeah, we're going on continental.
Well, you don't greet your friends like that, though.
Jesus Christ!
If you come into the meetup, feel free to greet any of us like that. Sorry, back to it. End of season strategy. Do you need me to get rid of this, or will it distract you?
Yeah, I'm struggling to look at the screen now.
I really didn't know what to choose. So, how Connor put a question in to the Discord, and it was basically this time of season. When do you start to either take gambles, try and hold your rank, or try and push for a strong finish? Tony, what's your sort of mindset now? How are you sort of thinking of trying to end the season? I'm guessing you're not trying to maintain rank, not being horrible.
No, I thought playing my goal boost this week, at least I get a week of because I'd had green arrows all the way through, and after the goal boost 13, and then I've had 2 red arrows, and I thought, well, goal boost to get me back on track, down to like 4K, and I've gone down so far this week. I'm playing goal ball, so yeah. Look, you just got to attack it now. I think anything outside top 1K, you've got to really go a little bit. If your hope is to get into top, say 200, 300, I think you've got to go a little bit differential, a little bit gung ho now. You've got what 10, 11 game weeks? Is it 12 game weeks to really make a mark? Differential captains can help you. If you've got a couple of boosters, get them used and hope for the best. But yeah, with regards to the top, say 100, that are pushing for bigger prizes, obviously in the mini leagues as well as the overall. I think you're still in a make the right moves at the right time. You don't have to be doing anything too clever at this moment in time. Yeah, I feel for the people who goal boosts as well. Just if they're up there, yeah, take it easy. Don't panic.
Yeah, his full question was, at what rank? At what rank do you stop trying to protect rank at this point of the season? Should more people be going for it and trying to climb harder rather than use transfers to block highly owned players from potentially damaging their existing rank, or simultaneously hindering their own potential rank gain over others?
Right. See, and this is where maybe myself and some others are a little bit different. So if I was top 50, top 100 right now, like I said, just give me advice of, look, we just keep it ticking along. Don't do anything too daft yet. But when it comes to a point of there's 5 to 6 game weeks, I'll see where I am. And I would rather be 50th or 30th with 5 game weeks to go, and I would rather attack it, which I did the other year with putting Ivan Toney in rather than Harry Kane. Remember it well. I'd rather attack it and drop 200 places and have a chance of maybe getting towards the prize money than just hold rank. Because I'm telling you, nobody remembers who finishes 70th because you held rank. You've got to go for it. We all play it to win it. You've got to try and get into those positions. Unless you're on about mini leagues. Mini leagues different. If you're on about rank, it don't matter what your rank is.
What do you think, Ian? Because you said just inside top 2K at the minute. It's a pretty good spot to be in.
Yeah, I'm happy enough where I am at the minute.
Nothing drastic.
Just ticking along. We've still got, what's that, a dozen weeks left?
Yeah, I think
so. Really, nearly a third of Dream Team still to play.
Yep.
So the Premier League might be coming towards its sort of the run-in, so to speak. But this game, it's a bit of a push to say it's only just getting started. But with 30% of the points still to play for, there's a lot to do, isn't there?
Definitely.
Let others make the mistakes.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I think you got to sit tight for 5-6 game weeks, aren't you? And then...
roll a couple of transfers, ready for a push in April. I'd be more worried of making a move and thinking, why on earth did you do that when you look at the scores the following midweek? Especially if you can't see the opportunity in front of you. When we can see the actual fixtures laid out in April, and you'll see them for all of April by then, either guaranteed or you'll be able to work them out, or somebody will be able to work them out for you, then that's the time to make your moves on it.
What are you thinking of doing, Ben?
Yeah, well, I think this week is a prime example of where people try and go too different, and then they start being behind the curve if their punts don't come off. So they're picking players that have got one fixture this week, and say they don't do anything in that fixture, then you've got to transfer that player back out to get on the Arsenal, City, Liverpool players, and them players are going to be doubling all the way through. So then that's when you're going to be behind in the long run. I think it's better to be patient and target the better teams, and then especially having a fixture ticker, you can see all the fixtures that are piling up as the months go on. I always seem to finish very strongly to the season because I stay with all the bigger players, and I just cruise through the double game weeks and just all the points keep mounting up instead of going for these players that are playing against minnows, but they might not come off. Every now and again they do come off. Yeah, like was it Vinicius versus FC Marine or whatever it was. But there is ones like that, obviously. But you've got to be very lucky. It's better just to go for the top teams, I think. Also, look at the differentials. Bring players in that's not very highly owned that you think's going to do well in the coming weeks. Nail your captains as well. Pick a good captain. It doesn't always have to be the obvious captain. You can pick the second or the third you think's best in the list, because that player can still outscore the favourite. And roll transfers when you can, because I think later on, like Ian was saying, when you find out who's gone through in the European games and the FA Cup, that's when you can pile on teams that have got extra fixtures, and you've saved up those transfers.
I really do think there could be something there with the rolling of transfers. I've not felt like it much of the season because a lot of the time we've wanted to use the transfers to get the price change, the price rises and stuff. I mean, I'm not happy with my team value at the moment, so I could do a few more, but it feels like it could be worthwhile because I don't know what you think, but this game more recently does feel like 2 transfers every week. A lot of people are taking out the same players, the same 2 every week or similar 2 every week and bringing in a similar 2 every week. Like, because everyone's usually got 2 transfers, there's usually sort of only a small pool that people are bringing in with those 2. We see it on the deadline streams a lot, don't we? On the most transferred in, there's usually a landslide on 1 or 2 players. But possibly if you could roll to 4 or even sort of 5, possibly, you could then do a bulk possibly that others aren't doing in one go.
Yeah.
I do feel like there could be something in that because there's a way of tackling the template. You probably do have to sacrifice maybe some points in another week. Like this week, the guys that make cut punts could pull ahead of you. I guess you kind of have to keep your cool or something. But yeah, I'm quite liking the idea of that. It's not something I'd really considered that much this season.
Yeah, without knowing exactly what we will know, I think 32 to 33 will be a week to use some transfers.
And that could be we don't know the team, but that could be a week where people decide, oh, well, you know what, I need 2 defenders from this team. You could block it. You could do a block for 1 week and then take some of them straight back out again. Or do you know what I mean? You can capitalize a little bit. Yeah. Interesting. Right, let's get rid of this picture. We've all had enough. Differential of the week. Tony, any more to add on your one? You chucked him in your cut punts.
No, I just think he gets minutes and minutes against a team that's probably going to attack him. Could equal him getting a couple of goals. So yeah, he's my cut punt.
Ben?
Yeah, this player's been doing really good lately. Yeah, Ait Nori. He's only played 18 games this season, and he's already on 99 points. Yeah, I think he's getting in the box all the time from left back. Since he's come in, he's pushed O'Reilly out of that position. O'Reilly's been able to be freed up into midfield. Yeah, he's got 4 assists so far, averaging about 5.2 points per game. 18 bonus points as well and 36 tackles. I think it's a good player to target potentially for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's decent. How many games did you say he's played?
18 games.
So 18 games. He's pretty much done a bonus point a game on average and 2 tackles a game.
Two tackles a game, yeah.
So pretty 4 points start off with almost. And then anything else on top of it. I like that. And O'Reilly looked like he picked up a bit of a knock, didn't he, in the last game? So maybe is the only left back, unless they play maybe Ake at left back or something for the cup game, but might have a chance or 2 this week. I've gone for an Arsenal player as my differential of the week. This player's just come. I was just trying to work out who might play in the FA Cup match, and I feel like Kai Havertz could probably do with the minutes. He's had a bit of an injury-struck season. Jesus would probably be the obvious one that you might go for as the striker in that game, but I think a couple of people have been stung by him already going for him as their punt. I went for him. Didn't work out for me in the FA Cup. Did he do all right in the last one against Wigan? I think he might have got a goal.
Yeah, he scored, didn't he?
But I'm going to go for Kai Havertz. I think he's going to have a strong end to the season.
I think they both play, don't they? I think they play Havertz and then maybe Jesus outright, maybe.
Yeah, with Ødegaard, looks like he picked up another injury. It looks like probably Eza's the 10 for the moment. So I think Havertz maybe plays 10 in the cup behind Jesus.
Madueke outright.
Just played his old team in Chelsea, and now he's going to play against Leverkusen, possibly soon. Ian, what have you got up your sleeve for us?
So this, no surprise, is a Liverpool player. Just back from fitness, in a position that's difficult with the club. He's 3.9% owned, likely to start in the FA Cup and then come on maybe as an attacking winger in the Champions League. It's Jeremy Frimpong of Liverpool.
I like that. Very good pick. You reckon he's going to push Szoboszlai as well? To, if he starts playing regular, that could be Szoboszlai back in his proper position solved.
I think Slot wants to play Szoboszlai in the number 10. If Gomez is back to do some of the donkey work at right back, then I think Frimpong can play both positions. He can start one game at right back and then come on as a sub further forward, either in the Champions League games or the Premier League games.
And they put Salah on the bench then.
I think he'd come on for Salah. I think Salah will be benched on Friday against Wolves, so it wouldn't surprise me to see Frimpong start right wing on Friday, maybe.
Nice. Let us know in the chat if you guys are taking any punts this week. Captaincy. So are we going to assume that, obviously we don't know what's going to happen midweek with Haaland, but should we do what will you do if he's available and fit, and what should we do if he's out? Who's up? Tony?
It's tricky, isn't it? It's tricky. If Haaland is fit, the thing is, this is twice this season about him. Yeah, a little bit of playing with knocks and such. So does he get a rest against Newcastle? I thought he's done all right against Real Madrid, hasn't he, Haaland? So it's not like, Real Madrid away is really that scary. They're not in the best of form themselves. I think Gordon gets both. 2 home games on penalties. Oh, he's going to hurt me. Yeah, I think at this moment in time, I think I'm going Gordon. Even though
Single game week player. No, I'm joking because he never turns up on the weekend.
All
does
right,
he?
yeah, sorry. All right, I've got it wrong. Yeah. So, yeah, he can get his 2 points on the weekend and do the damage midweek.
If Haaland's out completely, you wouldn't cap him anyway and you go for the vice option. Like if he misses midweek, you wouldn't cap him
for the sub?
Yeah.
I don't do subs. I haven't got any.
No, sorry. Because we haven't really said if we're going to sell him. Would you even consider selling him if we don't hear anything? If he's just out of the midweek game, right, and then Pep gives nothing away again.
It's an option. Yeah. It's not because of budget or anything, but you just want people that are playing, don't you? Yeah, I could probably go across to Ekatike maybe. Bring an extra Liverpool in the hope they play the Wolves game, but
it's just scary, isn't it? You just know whichever way. You'd hate just leaving it to chance with a player like that. I just
think whatever, if you don't get any info, whatever you do in his chance, isn't it? I'd rather chance that he plays and leave him in my team.
Because a lot of people still will as well.
Yeah, especially if I weren't captaining him as well.
What are you feeling on the captaincy and the Haaland situation, Ian?
It's a tricky one, isn't it? I've still got Max captain to play, so I'm wondering whether this uncertainty is a good week to utilise it. If I didn't have it, I think I might go for Semenyo. But it's tricky. As we've said, we don't think anybody's guaranteed to play twice. I take Tony's point on Gordon, but is a game against City and Barcelona really that great?
No.
Fair enough.
He's just thinking he's got the potential of 140 minutes, I'd say.
Yeah.
Two, and he's on penalties. And even if they were getting battered by City, you've got that chance of him just, someone going down and you getting a penalty from him. But it's not worked out for me and Gordon this year, so I won't be following suit.
There you go. He did score. He scored against Barca in game week 4. He had a goal and an assist against Leverkusen, a goal and an assist against Benfica, and obviously his 4 Karabakh goals as well.
Is he Golden Boot leader at the minute?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Actually, he might be behind Mbappe, or did he overtake him? Mbappe's got 13. And Gordon's got 10. But Mbappe's injured. So he'll only take a hat-trick against Barca.
And could be going out.
Yeah, that's true. If Real
What
go out...
odds you'd have got on Gordon Golden Boot for the Champions League before the season started?
He's got 2 more than Kane and 3 more than Haaland.
Wow. 350 to 1. Gordon.
I bet.
5,000 to 1.
Get that armband on him. Let's get the old Tony back. Get the word out. He's back.
No templates on here.
Ben?
Yeah, I'm looking at the fixtures, and Liverpool's fixtures look the best for me. Wolves and Galatasaray. But I'm been put off Salah now. So I'm happy to have Salah in my team for these fixtures, but I don't think I could captain him. I don't know. He's on penalties. It's the penalties it does help, doesn't it? Like, you've seen it before. Like, look at Gordon, two penalties against Karabakh. He could easily get a penalty or 2 in these fixtures at Salah. But I'm liking Ekitike. I'm thinking Ekitike's got more chance of playing the FA Cup fixture. I think Salah might be rested for that one. Yeah. So maybe him or Semenyo. Semenyo's been brilliant since he's came to Man City. He's been brilliant at Bournemouth. And with it being a tougher fixture, I think Semenyo should get both games.
He's versatile as well, isn't he? He can play off the left, off the right, and he's been even popping up central, hasn't he, in the last few. I'd written down Liverpool for myself. That obviously, if Haaland wasn't available, I think that if Haaland did start the next game, I might just still stick it on Haaland, to be honest. But I'd wrote Salah, Szoboszlai, Ekitike, but I feel like Ekitike is the one that's more at risk of rotation, in my opinion. I guess, Ian, you could probably chime in on that, but I think
I think Ekitike is probably most likely to be benched, because he's the only one that can play in that position.
I think you started Chiesa, possibly.
Yeah, Chiesa will probably start. Wouldn't surprise me to see Ngamoa start on the left, Frimpong on the right, and Chiesa through the middle, and give the full front 3 a rest.
Risky.
So then it points to Szoboszlai, who I don't have in my team.
Yeah, he's more likely to play. He just looks indestructible. Play 90 minutes every other day if you wanted to.
Yeah. That's
what about Van Dijk for a captaincy?
Not been keeping too many clean sheets, though. That's the problem, isn't it? That's where most of his points are going to come from. He's not going to score every week, is he?
He is at the moment.
Getting assists and goals.
Who was it we did that with, James? Or was it Anana? He can't score every week, and he scored again. Can't score every week, he scored again. I think we're on for about 6 weeks.
Yeah, Villa.
Yeah.
Yeah, start of last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when they were in the were they in the Conference League? Was it?
Champions League.
No, they were Champions
Champions
League, weren't
League,
they? In the Champions League, yeah.
Tough one. Well, yeah, I'm sure our opinions might be swayed by midweek. It only takes
10 more matches to play it.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments who your armband's on. On to the bit that everyone's always waiting for. The mini leagues. Although I can't read it because it says the time we've been recording right over the name of the league. Which league we've got on the screen here?
It's the Guest League.
Guest League.
Of course. We've got the guest league on screen because, of course, we've got a guest of us. Ian, down in 11th. What's happened?
Too much good competition.
It's a really horrible league to, if you've had a bad week, to look at, because it feels like it's always a quite high standard, doesn't it? I think it was Jim had a monster score last week because I think he had quite a lot of the Palace guys in, and then he's had a struggling week this week. But yeah, a tough league.
How many points am I off the top, Scott? I can't see it properly.
God, I haven't. Can anyone else see it?
215.
215.
Oh yeah, but Starkey.
Oh no, sorry, 195.
But we've got someone who's
weeks,
fifth.
10 points a week. That's doable, isn't
it? Stark's fifth overall currently in top spot.
Oh no! I said it was a tough league, didn't I?
We take some catching. I think apart from him, and Chris is actually doing really well. Chris 2913. Apart from that, I think it's a lot closer. Top three, I've somehow found myself there, but like I said, it's really quite close below. But then Chris in second and Starkey in first, running away with it. Going to take some catching. Second, Tony, you want to take the cash league?
Yeah. Top three cash league is M. Lindsay, D. Sherwood, and top of the shop, Harry Jones.
Are you making that up?
No, me and Harry go way back.
The Wanderers. Members League, Ben?
Yep, we got Nathan Wisby in third, Chris Stone second, and Dan Sherwood in first.
And then what we got? We got leagues coming out of our ears here. Again, I can't read that one. Sorry.
Second chance. This only one person to speak about here is top. Chris Hall, El Nino. He won the game week 25, top of the shop, top of the league, £100. And he also played 0 boosters, even though he had them, and won the 0 booster £100 as well. Proper hustler. So yeah, fair play, really well played there. And in third, G Walker. In second, Jay Bennett.
Well played. Tag team league. We've got G Dully, Stephen Williams. We've got Wadey, Nathan Reeve in second, Jay Jones and C Deegan in first. And they've got some front up in first. They're asking what the prize is. They think they've got it in the bag.
Oh, that's never good.
There's a comment on our last pod. They're feeling confident. So Wadey and Reeve in second. You're nearest to catching them. Are you going to have that?
You don't want to turn into Arsenal. Jay Jones, C. Deegan, you don't want to turn into Arsenal. Went 11 points clear of what it was. Thought, yeah, it's in the bag. And then everyone's cheering you downfall.
Yeah, and just remember when we're talking about your strategy, take a good look.
Lowest score.
Right, lowest score out the door. You take control here.
Right, you're on sound effects.
I'm on sound effects. For some reason, you couldn't hear them last week, but I think everyone else could. They
Yeah.
were definitely there.
Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't. That one. Oh, got off it. Here we go. Right. Leagues. Lowest score out the door. Game week 25. Surprise won this one. I managed to survive. But Brian Soups, 11. A. Gregory, 62 points. He was sat in second position on the overall.
It's Adam. He's been buzzing to get kicked out. That's the only thing about this. People are wanting to get eliminated now.
So yeah, that's going to bring us down to 13 players, 13 managers. Where are you, Gregory? Sorry, babe, but it's time to go.
See you later, Greg. Mr. Gregory.
I've got nothing left. I've got nothing left.
Know what you're thinking? Here comes old Greg. He's a scaly manfish. I'm old Greg!
See you later, Mr. Gregory.
Was that Ian Beale?
I've got nothing left.
That's Ian Beale, isn't it?
Weekly highlight of my watch, that.
Oh, I love it.
I'll tell you what, it's getting hard to think of. Have we got anyone else to eliminate?
Yeah, we're going to have 3 more.
We're gonna
Three
have
more
three of the best sound bites, but honestly, my imagination is running out of ideas.
God, I love a bit of Ian Beale. Brought him back.
Well, Ian, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me again, gents.
Oh, it's always a pleasure, Ian.
Thank you kindly, and good luck to everybody.
And a quick plug as well. Where can everyone find you?
If I'm normally lurking on Twitter, or X as the hipsters call it these days, still tweeting and twittering to me, at Cloudy Sky FF Show. You'll see me on YouTube doing the Cloud Fantasy Football podcast once a week. And if you want to look at the Patreon stuff, I've got a Patreon, patreon.com/Cloudy Sky Fantasy Football Show. And you'll find a very similar type of planner to what Ben has for Cloud Fantasy Football.
And I was going to ask as well, just as part of the plug, if people want to get involved, because obviously we're coming towards the end of the season, but can people still make a team now if they wanted to get a bit of practice in to be able to start for next season? Is that a possibility? Or is that
so
not?
we've got an app now, so you can find that on the Apple Store. The one on the Android is nearly finished. It takes a bit longer to get that done. So you can download those and have a go. By all means, you won't be sort of the top of the leaderboard. We don't have like leagues that start at different times of the season, but yeah, you can definitely get involved. You'll have all your transfers to use, a bit of practice, and hopefully we'll have more people next August when the season starts than we've had this year. We've had a couple of years now getting it going, up and running. For those that don't know, it's a similar game to what Sky used to do with a few tweaks, and it's probably sort of a hardcore fantasy football game with lots of different ways to score points, a bit like Dream Team. And there's more action as well because you have a daily captaincy option.
Yeah, it's been good fun. I'm not very good at it, but it's been a challenge.
Game to play. Yeah.
There's some real hardcore as well from the old Sky crowd. It's
yeah, you have a look at the names on the top of the leaderboard. You think, yeah, these guys have been around a while. They know how to play the game. And you do as well in the Ultimate Manager, Scott. Nearly top 10, aren't you?
Just outside, yeah. Doing away FPL.
11th, I think you are now.
It's the Telegraph one that lets me down. It's the planning ones I'm not as good at, so that's why it's been good to get your help on Dream Team this week.
Fair enough.
Longer term ones.
Ian,
yes,
I had a stroke of luck on the Cloud game this Saturday. I captained Semenyo while everybody captained Haaland.
Oh, nice.
He's in the cartel. Dirty bastard.
I switched to Fernandez in the last 5 minutes, me.
It's a different game. Wasn't it a different day? Fernandez.
Yeah, Fernandez played Sunday.
Oh, you're talking FPL.
FPL, Tony, I imagine, yeah?
Yeah. I'm part of Cartel.
Oh, Ian, are you doing anything for the World Cup?
For what we do, it's an impossibility.
Yeah.
Would love to, but there's just not enough time to get the information and get the game ready for it. So no, it'll be Premier League only certainly for the coming season. If we end up with a sort of a bigger and better following, more production available, then that's something we might be able to look at for next time round. But for this summer, no, we won't be able to do it.
Brilliant.
Yeah, definitely download it. Give it a go if you've not tried it. Give it a go to the end of season. Learn the rules, because when I first wanted to play Sky, the first season was really hard to get my head around with the game day captains and stuff like that. But if you start now and just mess around, it don't matter what your rank ends up being. But then by the time pre-season comes next year, you'll be good to go.
Absolutely. Good idea, Scott. Like that. Thank you very much.
Right. Well, cheers, everyone. We'll have a deadline stream on Friday. It's another Friday deadline. So, yeah, drop a like, subscribe if you're not already. Hit the notification bell. You get notified when we go live. And, we'll see you all Friday. Bye-bye.
Friday.
Cheers, everybody.
Everyone.